Italy has officially closed citizenship by descent. I would say the most popular program in the entire world. Over 80 million people could potentially qualify for Italian citizenship by descent. And I personally know a lot of people from the United States, from Argentina, from different countries all over the world, from Australia, that are eligible for citizenship by descent, and they did get their Italian passports. There's a huge community of Italians that have gotten citizenship by descent, so they're an Italian citizen, but their great-great-great-grandfather was from Italy from the 1900s. That unfortunately is no longer possible. It is a law change now, and all embassies and consulates around the world have been directed to stop these applications, to review all applications to make sure they qualify under the new rules, and to halt all new citizenship approvals for now. Thanks to IMI Daily for covering this. They're a great resource. And basically, as of March 28, 2025 and beyond, unless they change it back, unless they change the law again, now the criteria is very strict to get citizenship by descent in Italy. So just like many other countries, your parent has to be born in Italy. So either your dad or your mom has to be an Italian citizen or has to be born in Italy. You have a grandparent born in Italy, which is obviously a lot easier to prove than your great-great-great-grandparent, but you can't do that where 100 years ago or 150 years ago, your ancestor was born in Italy. Not anymore. It has to be your parent or your grandparent. Your parents are living in Italy by the time that you are born. So for example, if your parents are foreign born, but they live in Italy for a couple of years and then you are born in Italy, you could also potentially qualify. And the last criteria is a recent official recognition. For example, you were recognized as an Italian citizen by the embassy, or you got your passport, or you were just recognized as an Italian citizen before March 27, 2025. So you can see now it's very strict, just like many other countries in Europe. It is not as easy anymore to get that Italian citizenship by descent because, for example, this was an extremely popular program in Venezuela. A lot of Venezuelan people got Italian citizenship, and Italy is basically saying that this system has been abused, that way too many people are using fake documentation, that way too many people are getting this citizenship specifically from South America, and they can't allow for tens of millions of people to become Italian citizens by descent. It's important to note that the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has temporarily suspended the scheduling of appointments and the receipt of applications for citizenship by descent due to these new regulations. I personally know a couple of clients that were in the process of getting the citizenship, and in 3 months they would get approved, or 6 months they would get approved. Those will obviously be affected because they're not recognized as an Italian citizen yet. So therefore, they might either be rejected because their lineage is too far away for them to get citizenship, or they might last forever in this process, a couple more years until they receive their Italian passport. Now, this change comes as a complete surprise because there is no grace period. For example, like with golden visa programs, if they're going to close a golden visa, they tell you around 1 year before, 6 months before, so you have some time to apply, so you have some time to get your documents, to buy the property, and so on. Here, it was a change. They said it a couple of days before that they might do some changes, and boom, they changed the law right away. So people were caught completely unaware of this change. A lot of people, millions of people, I would say, are in the process of getting that citizenship legitimately. Americans that, for example, now they finally realize, oh, I need a second citizenship, especially a lot of Democrats. They recently realized, oh, I need to get myself a second passport. I have some Italian lineage. Let me get that done now. Now it's time. Well, you are too late, unfortunately. And this is why I say, if you have a program that you're interested in, if you have an opportunity to get a second citizenship, do it right now. Not do it when it's bad enough, not do it when your country changes, not do it when the new president doesn't really do what he proposed to do. No, do it now, because you never know when it's going to close like this. And a lot of people say it's unfair because these people that are descendants of Italians, they can get the citizenship so easily, while migrants in Italy have to wait more than 10 years and children of immigrants have to wait more than 10 years to get the citizenship. But obviously Italy has a lot of illegal immigration. From the perspective of the government, a lot of these people are getting citizenship by descent without any real link to the country, without having a recent ancestor, without actually having lived in Italy at all. But at the same time, you have all these illegal immigrants that are not really contributing anything, and they're also being allowed to live in Italy and they're causing a lot of the crime. So who is right in this situation? It doesn't really matter. What matters is that if you see a program, you need to do it fast. If you were in the process, potentially you will be rejected or put in line for many, many more years. And this is going to be a sad example for other countries in Europe who might implement the same thing. So for example, Germany might implement this, or ex-Soviet Union, EU countries like Latvia, Lithuania. They might also implement this, where if you have an ancestor from one of these countries, who cares? You can't get the citizenship unless at least one grandparent was born in that country, or you can prove that they were a citizen of that country. If you want to get a second citizenship, a second passport, that is exactly what we do here at Wealthy Expat. All you have to do, book a call with the link in the description. It is a one-on-one call with me and my Wealthy Expat team. We will give you all the options available to you specifically so that you can get a better second citizenship. If you still want to become a citizen of the European Union and you're looking for other options, you obviously have the Portugal Golden Visa. It takes 5 years to get the citizenship there. You obviously have Malta if you're willing to donate over €1 million. That takes around a year and a half. And there are other programs for citizenship by exception, by starting a large business and hiring a lot of people. For example, Slovakia has a program like that. Germany has an expedited naturalization route. It'll take you more time than other programs, but you can also get that. So there are still options for you to get EU citizenship if you no longer qualify, or if they change the law, or if a program starts taking a lot longer. For example, in Romania has citizenship by descent, but there's so much fraud, so much fake documentation, so many people paying to get an ancestor or to create an ancestor, that now Romania has taken many years to get this citizenship. And in a lot of cases, they're not approving applications at all because they know of how many fraudulent cases they have. Now, if you want to live in Italy specifically, Italy does have a golden visa program, a residency by investment. It does not work like Portugal, where you can get an Italian passport and, for example, 5 years without actually living in Italy. You actually have to live in Italy, and Italy has a reputation for taking a long time to naturalize people that have been living in Italy. So you could, for example, be waiting more than 10 years to get your Italian passport. But if you're willing to invest 500,000 euros into an Italian company, or over 2 million euros in Italian government bonds, you can get that access to Italy. In my opinion, there's much better options. But if you are really set on Italy and now you got rejected for citizenship by descent, or it's just not going to be approved at all in the next couple of years, you can also go through this option. If you want to get a second citizenship, you definitely want to watch this video right here on the over 20 countries around the world that have a citizenship program. You can get a second citizenship in as little as 3 to 4 months. In some cases, check them out right here.